Hello, this is Psych Central's Ask the Therapist. I'm Dr. Marie Hartwell-Walker, and this is my colleague Dan Tomasulo. And what we've been talking about today is the differences between individual, couple, and group therapy. And in this clip, we're going to talk about group therapy and the benefits of group for individuals who come to us. And if you're interested in knowing more about couple or individual therapy, look for the other videos in this series. So Dan, I know that this is a particular passion of yours, is to be working with groups of what, 4, 5, 6 people, sometimes more? And how does that differ from couple work or individual work?
I think that one of the ways to understand it is that in each of the therapies, you can only get something unique to that therapy. Like in individual therapy, you can get this really private, selective attention, you know. And in couple therapy, you get this sort of shift with 2 people where you're changing a culture. But in group therapy, you basically have a group of strangers who are together. And what happens is when a group of strangers get together in a group, there's a dynamic that happens that can only happen in a group. It's not going to happen individually. It's not going to happen in a couple. And one of the primary dynamics that happens is something called a recapitulation of the primary family. Like in other words, as soon as you go into group, the first thing that'll start to happen is, I'm in my family. Now, when you get 6, 7, 8 people there, and everybody has a different lens that they're looking at in the group, I see my family, next person sees their family, everybody sees their own family. And there's a distortion that happens there that is really very powerful. And part of the therapist's job is to do something called the corrective recapitulation of the primary family, where you take the dynamics that are happening and try to find a way to heal them.
You know, you're reminding me of an event that happened in one of my groups, where one of the individuals in the group was from a very, very large family of origin, 7 or 8 kids. And the group had been going for a little while, and somebody new came into the group. And she was furious. She was furious. And at some point, she was able to get in touch with, oh, it's just like when my mother had another baby.
Exactly right.
Don't you guys have enough?
Right.
And feeling like there wasn't going to be enough attention to go around, and what was going to be her role. And there it was, right there for us. And how could we help her feel like even in a crowd that she had something to offer, she wasn't going to get lost, and how could she make that happen for herself?
And that would never come up in individual or couple. So that's the real value of group. It comes up and you'll know it right away because it's an old feeling. It's not, and then when it comes up and the person says it, now you've got a chance to correct it.
You know, I'm going to take us yet one more step, because sometimes individual work serves one function and then people kind of move from individual work into couple work.
Absolutely.
And I've always seen that as a real benefit to that, because in the one-to-one interaction with my clients, I only get their point of view of how things go. So once they're in a group, now I can watch how they may be accurate in how they respond to other people, but they also may have presented to me their best understanding of themselves. But when I watch them in interaction with other people, I say, oh, now it makes sense why they have difficulty on the job or with their relationship. And it gives us an environment to not only see that and name it, but maybe also to try out some new things.
Absolutely. The individual work can take you into couple work, and it can take you into group work, because it kind of launches you, gives you some awareness about your dynamics, but then we want to see how it plays out with other people, your partner or with your new family of origin.
Right. Thank you.